I'm going to lighten the mood a little here now. So we should be talking about life insurance, which by definition is talking about death. So I'm going to lighten the mood just a tad and talk about just accidents and illness now. There's a cheery topic. So what about situations where, which is far more likely to happen, that you have an accident or an illness that means you can no longer work?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm mindful that depending on your job situation, you might have a great sick pay scheme. For example, NHS public sector, I know they've got probably the best sick pay scheme out there in the country. And then at the other end of the scale, you've got people that either, for the small employers, don't have a sick pay scheme at all. It's just statutory sick pay, which is what, about £100 a week?
£99.80 these days.
Oh, okay, I was 20 pence out. Fair enough. I'll give you that one. Or they're self-employed and therefore there's no sick pay scheme whatsoever. No. So what sort of policies are out there and how do they work?
Yeah.
For those situations where there's an accident or illness that then covers income.
So there is the option to do something called income protection, where basically what that means is basically if you're off work for any reason, basically as long as you're getting a sick note from your doctor, whether it be broken bones, damaged back, stress, even complete stupidity like severing a tendon, washing up and things like that, which I've done in myself in the past, so I'm a very big advert for why we should have insurance, then it will basically give you an income every single month until you get back to work. You can either do it for 2 years, 5 years, you do it indefinite. So we tailor it completely around what's important to you, your budget, how long you think you need it, that sort of thing. And even if you've got sick pay benefits through work, we can tweak it around how long you get sick pay for. So say you get 3 months sick pay, we can get it so it kicks in from that point, basically. And what it does is it gives you up to 60% of your income that you're declaring, whether that be through self-employment, whether it be on an employed role. But basically, it means that you've got an income every month to still cover your bills and everything like that. And you don't have to worry about rushing back to work. The other thing is that a lot of them do include things like if you go back part-time, they cover the difference in your income, like on a phased return. And they have extra supplements within them at no charge, like extra physio and things like that, where you get that free of charge because they want to get you back to work, basically.
Okay.
So that's one option. The other option is basically where we can just do it so that it covers your mortgage payments every month. So at least you know the most important thing to keep your roof over your head is covered. And that's another option we can do for you as well. But also, there is a final option where basically, even if you can keep working, but you broke your arm, for instance, it will pay a lump sum out upon you basically going to hospital, getting your discharge letters. And if you broke a bone, you get a lump sum from the insurer of £800. So there is various different options available for tweaking around, sort of making sure that you've still got a lump sum or an income coming in. So you don't have to, it takes the pressure away from having to worry about rushing back or how you're going to pay the bills, especially if you're, like you say, down on statutory sick pay or self-employed and literally having to try and live off savings, because savings take a long time to save, but not a long time to spend when you're living off them.
That's true. Now, there's hundreds and if not thousands and thousands of ways of ending up having an accident or an illness and therefore not being able to work. And you just mentioned one, really random one, washing up and slicing your tendons with a carving knife that meant you couldn't work. And we all remember that, Yvonne.
Yeah.
But my point is, from a claiming point of view, doesn't that give the insurance company opportunity to say, you don't actually meet our eligibility to be able to claim on these types of policies?
No, so again, the policy, to be honest, these have got a higher payout rate than the other ones in the sense that they've got a 99% payout rate. Again, the only time they've not been paying out recently is if there's something that they've not been told about, basically.
Okay.
Because they do ask, because there's more chance of you claiming on these policies, they ask a lot more in-depth questions, really. But it's a 10-minute questionnaire with me over the phone. It doesn't go into like a lot of detail. But as long as we're telling them about everything, then it makes sure that you get that income every month. normally the earliest it kicks in is 30 days. So you've only got to cover yourself for the first 30 days. Then you've got that income coming in, basically. And like I say, you can have it right up to the age of 70, or you can do it for 2 years or 4 or 5 years, whatever we need to do for you to help support you and your family, basically.
Okay, so it's not about what type of accident you did, whether you were sober or drunk, whether you had a sharp carving knife in your hand. So it's something to do with the doctor's sick note, them signing you off, essentially. That's the key message here.
So basically, all they'll ask for is a copy of your proof of income, whether it be your payslip, your tax return, things like that, to show what your income is being declared at. Right. Copies of your sick note, and then basically they send a form out to your doctor asking a couple of extra questions, and all being well, the money's in your bank within just after 30 days.
Brilliant. Okay, so it's really simple to understand then. I think the message
luckily
there
I had it and it paid out for me, so I like I say, I know it does it.
Wonderful.